What's going on, guys? It's the Ninja. And we're here with Kellen Chuck. Kellen Chuck's on his channel too, and it's on my channel. This right here.
Yes, yes.
And from the title, it is called. We're doing this thing called Discussion Thursday,
Thursday.
where we just talk about something random, mostly about games or a worldwide event that happened or some like crisis in freaking Asia or something. So
There's
yeah.
too many people. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. No one. I hope no one's Asian.
All right.
I am
So
so sorry.
Kellen Chuck, go ahead. Tell them the topic of today's
Well, just in case you
discussion.
can't see the giant JPEG image that is covering the entire screen, we are talking about Fallout. I am a giant fan of the entire Fallout series. The only Fallouts I haven't played were the really, really old ones, like the 1998
Did you play New
somethings.
Vegas?
Yeah, I played Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and very excited for Fallout 4. So I'd thought me and Aiden would just do a bit of a discussion, as the title suggests, about like all of the Fallout universe from number 3 onward.
Yeah, well, this will be pretty much mostly Kellen Chuck talking about this. I've only played Fallout New Vegas, and I played like a couple of missions with it, so I'm kind of familiar with the game, but I still need some more information.
By
So,
the
Kellen,
way, by the
tell
way,
me.
this is going to be chock full of spoilers. So,
Uh,
if you've never played Fallout, go play it and then come back.
yeah.
Which is going to be in about 2 or 3 months when you come back. But anyway, so I think the first Fallout, which was Fallout, a post-apocalyptic role-playing game, and then Fallout 2, I think you had to get like a water chip for your vault or something. I don't know. I'll have to play it. But Fallout 3, it was a completely different scene. You know, the game was in first person, out of nowhere, and the game was taken up by Bethesda, which have never done a game like this before.
Bethesda.
Because they just did their Elder Scrolls, and so people were excited, and then they played it and they loved it, just like me, loved it. Um, and really, like the game, I guess I'll just do kind of an overdrop, yeah, a backdrop of the entire background. So basically, you are in a vault, which was made to protect thousands of people in the U.S. from nuclear missiles that were being launched from communist China in the year 2077. And you are one of these vault people, and then 200 years later, you emerge from the vault because your dad left the vault, and you are chasing him down through the ruins of Washington, D.C. Now, the game, personally, I think it's out of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 is probably my favorite. Because some of the things that were in New Vegas were pretty good, but the way it was kind of executed just didn't make too much sense to me. Like Fallout New Vegas felt more like Call of Duty than an actual Fallout game. It wasn't very desolate, very little ruins. The city
Yeah,
itself, the
that's what I
city.
thought about Fallout New Vegas. Kind of reminded me by Grand Theft Auto, but not too much. Like you can jump into a car, but like it's kind of a responsive game. Like if you shot somebody, then you basically had to restart the whole game because everybody would hate you, and if you went up to them, they'd probably attack you. And then you could pretty much roam around wherever you wanted in New Vegas, and then you had missions to do, and then they tell you go over there, but you don't really have to go over there. You can screw around and then go over there later.
You do know that when you shoot someone in Fallout New Vegas or in Fallout 3, you can just like put away your gun and they'll forgive you.
For real?
Yeah.
I swear I played Fallout New Vegas, and then I got to the third mission maybe, and I was messing around and I killed this old lady in a bar, and everybody hated me and they kept killing me. So
Which town? I could probably name her right now. Which town was it?
I had no idea.
Good Springs?
I maybe yeah actually.
Trudy. You killed
Sounds
Trudy.
Yes, I did. Trudy's one of the ones that like taught me how to shoot and everything, right?
No, that was Sunny Spring, or not Sunny Springs. That was Sunny Smiles. Was that her name? I think that was her
Yeah,
name.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Um, so yeah, basically after like Fallout 3, it was very desolate. The city was huge. Yes, you couldn't go into most of the buildings, but that was completely fine. It still had that great feeling to it, and then you still had the desert around it and all the landmarks. It looked great, and the story is good enough. but
Hmm.
it was still really really good. And then when Fallout New Vegas came around, I'm like, oh my god, this can be amazing. We're gonna be going to Vegas. And so when I first played the game, I thought it was pretty cool. And then I started off in a town, and I wasn't actually a Vault person for once. And I thought, wow, in Fallout 1, 2, and 3, you were all Vault people, and now you're finally not. That's great. And then so I played it, and it's a clone of Fallout 3. I mean, it really is. It's just like an extra little game that came out to kind of keep you busy till Fallout 4, which I'll talk about in, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so. But
So
Fallout New Vegas, for me, it started off really good, but it was such a disappointment going through it. Like, I love the game. Like, I do. I play it all the time. But for me, Washington, D.C., I thought would have been the smallest between Vegas and, like, Washington, D.C. If they had to pick the two, I would have assumed that New Vegas would have been bigger. Like,
yeah.
if you think about it, the city itself is at the center of the map and covers maybe 20% of the map ish. That's like the highways and little factories around it. And then if you go to the Fallout 3 and then you look at the city, it covers almost half of the map. Like, you would think they would have, like, really the meat and potatoes of the city in Fallout New Vegas was the strip, and that was maybe 6 or 7 buildings.
Hmm.
Like, I thought, what the hell? Where's the rest of the city? Like, I was expecting like houses on the exterior, not just apartments, not these little quests and stuff, and stuff like that. I was expecting a city, but I guess there's only so much you can do with the engine. But the some other really good things though that Bethesda did that kind of made me feel a bit better was that there was tons and tons of crafting things. Like in Fallout 3, you could craft, it was like 7 or 8 like little weapons or little things like that. But in Fallout New Vegas, you have to keep every single thing you find because you can use it to craft something. Like, I remember that. Like in Fallout, like the one things I wouldn't keep any plungers. I wouldn't keep any like burnt books, and like everything else you could keep and then use. So like it was pretty good. But the other thing that probably pissed me off the most between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, like the part in New Vegas, was that the game actually ended. That made me so angry.
So
Cause
like what they did, they literally end the game and you couldn't really do anything. But in Call of Duty, I mean not Call of Fallout 1, 2, 3, you could like kill or do whatever you want still, right?
I don't know about Fallout 1 or 2, but in
Oh,
Fallout 3 there's a DLC you can buy for like $10 or whatever.
yeah.
Excuse me. And the DLC was called Broken Steel, and it basically extended the game. And then at the end of the like extended the campaign, and at the end of the campaign, you were set free.
So you could do
Uh,
whatever you want, right?
Pretty much. Well, you could during the whole game anyway, but you were free of the main campaign.
So
But
Fallout New Vegas has it's huge and there's so many buildings that you can go into, but half of the buildings that it shows you, you can't even. It's not even responsive to the game. It's like into the story mode, but you can't like do anything with it. Like
well,
there's so many things that you could. There's so many things that it's showing, but you can't really do anything
well,
with it.
there's tons of room for DLC. Like Fallout New Vegas for me, I feel like it was such half-assed. Like the DLCs, I mean, off the top of my head, if I can think about it, there was Gunrunner's Arsenal, which is adding a boatload of guns, so they didn't have time to do an actual like map DLC. And then there was what other ones there were? There was the something Blues or whatever. That was the sci-fi one. Old World Blues, that's what it's called. And then there was the deserty kind of old western one with the natives and stuff. That was, oh god, that was like the Happy Trails or Expedition Company or something like that. And then what was the first one? What was the first one? Ooh, I should know this. I've played them so much. Well, regardless, you think like Bethesda knew they effed up when people wanted an ending to Fallout 3. That's why they made that DLC.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking either Fallout New Vegas was really rushed or they were too lazy to actually make the game keep going.
Well, I'm wondering if they're kind of like Call of Duty where they make it like where they bring it out as soon as like November or December so then you can get it for Christmas. I'm thinking maybe they did that instead so
That's
they have
true. That's
yeah.
true. But also at the same time, it like at the beginning for me, it made sense that they didn't put in the ending of the game DLC, assuming like I assumed they were gonna make one. It makes sense they didn't throw it in because they could throw it in as DLC later down the road to make extra money, right?
Yeah, I think
Like
yeah,
that
that's kind
that
of what
makes sense.
Fallout. Yeah, that's pretty much what Call of Duty does with their DLC maps.
But it's been
And they
like
make it nice.
16, 17 months, 18 months, and we haven't seen
Yeah.
anything.
But
and
then
the,
what sucks about that is you'll get so used to like the new maps, and then you get boom, you get new ones. You gotta get used to those and all that stuff. That's what I'm thinking about like Fallout 3, that you're like so used to all that stuff, but then it kind of changes. Did it change at all, or was it like sort of the still kind of same things?
between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas,
Fallout 3 and the DLC.
the DLC for Fallout 3.
Yeah, did it kind of like change the game a little bit, or did it just stay on the same path?
Well, no, of course it's like a completely different like side quest each campaign or each DLC. But like first DLC that came out was an alien one, and that got you abducted by aliens and brought you up to like a spaceship. And then you fight your way through that. That one's pretty cool. And then the other one was called what was it? It was the Pit, and that basically brought you to ruined Pittsburgh, and you basically kind of blended in with a bunch of raiders and or fought back like with the rebellion and stuff, and then you broke your way out of that. Like that place is like full of slavery and pollution and stuff.
So, what was the point of Fallout New Vegas? I don't really remember. Like, what was the whole thing of
The
like running
story
around? Yeah, what were you trying to do the whole time?
in Fallout New Vegas, you were a courier who had a platinum chip that was supposed to be delivered. It's kind of confusing compared to Fallout 3, but from what I can kind of put together, you were a courier and you were making your delivery to the strip with your platinum like poker chip, but then you get ambushed by a guy named Benny and some Great Khan, I guess bodyguards. Then he ambushes you. He shoots you in the head. He takes the chip. He buries you alive.
That's what happens like right in the starting though? Like
Yeah,
as
yeah,
soon
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what I remember that. And then you were about to get
You
buried and
survive somehow after
yeah.
getting shot, then buried, then dug up, then dragged to a hospital,
Wasn't
and
it
then
wasn't it the robot that buried you up?
no, the robot dug you up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and then after that, you are now your character is now enraged, and he wants Benny's head on a platter, and then that's what ignites the entire campaign. And then you meet the NCR, then the Legion, and then now that you made it to the strip, you make your way in. You talk to Mr. House. Then you get the NCR campaign, Legion campaign, Mr. House campaign, or Yes Man campaign. Those three are all, or those four are all ignited. So the NCR campaign, like there's the Hoover Dam, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
the,
remember that.
that's the entire game right there. Is the Hoover Dam. So basically, you can side with the NCR, which is like the military in the area, which will control the power and stuff, and they're basically the military. Okay, so those are the good guys. And then you have the Legion, which are the bad guys who are trying to take over the dam and do bad things with it and take the power. And the Legion have taken over most of ruined United States. And then you also have the remnants of the Brotherhood, which were huge in Fallout 3 but are very little in Fallout New Vegas. And what kind of pissed me off about the Brotherhood in Fallout New Vegas, they made them look like jackasses. Like I was kind of angry. Like in Fallout 3, they were the heroes. They were killing all the super mutants, saving all the people, purifying all the water. But in New Vegas, they're like killing anybody that gets in their territory and sending out like scout parties and not leaving their home base, and like it's like crazy, and there's like rebellion and everything. Like it was like wow.
Hmm. Well, looking at the case right now, it says the number one, well, Fallout New Vegas was the number one most wanted game of 2010, and it was the best of E3 2010. Do you know if like anybody was disappointed about the game after like wanting it after Fallout 3 and they were so excited, and then New
Well,
Vegas kind of changed the game a little bit?
I don't think anyone was disappointed. I wasn't disappointed with it, but there was things in it that needed to be changed, even to this day. Like Bethesda, get your head out of your asses. The things that they did to change Fallout 3, they should have done with New Vegas. It's such a makes me so angry.
Like, did they kind of like change the game like from I remember like a little game to game connection, Call of Duty, and then they go from Call of Duty 1 to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever, and then they jump in like from all those little like old guns and all those old guns that they used and everything that was from a long time ago, and then they jump right into Modern Warfare. Like, is that big of a change?
No, it wasn't. It's only like 3 years in the future in game time. Um, and of course, there's plenty of new guns. The DLCs are quite good.
Hmm.
I
So
guess I guess the main thing that was added, or really the two main things, would be one. There's like the main campaign splits into four different things, and then the second thing would be you can gamble in that game now, which is quite a big mechanic in the grand scheme of things.
a little another game to game connection. Um, so is it kind of like, again, like Call of Duty goes up from one, two, three, and four, or whatever they do, and then they jump into a different like name, kind of like Modern Warfare, and then they go into Black Ops and they do different series. Are they gonna do that with New Vegas and they're making New Vegas 2 and something else?
No, no, that's not how Fallout works. What they're doing, Fallout 3 was in Washington, D.C., and it followed a completely different storyline from Fallout New Vegas, which came out later, which was also a completely different storyline, and which I assume Fallout 4 San Francisco will be the exact same thing. But here's why I'm super excited for San Francisco. So, first of all, Fallout New Vegas used the updated version of the Oblivion engine. Okay. Now, Skyrim uses a heavy updated version of the Fallout engine, and then Fallout San Francisco is using a heavily updated version of the Skyrim's engine. So I'm quite excited to see what they come up with. Now here's why I'm also quite excited for the actual game itself. So actually, the Brotherhood of Steel is a really influential part, and they were like the leaders of Fallout 3. But in Fallout New Vegas, really one of the leaders was the NCR, and they were also super influential. Now here's the kick: they're both based in California, and where's San Francisco located in?
It's California, right?
California. There you go.
There you go.
So, for example, if anybody remembers, and if anyone's playing Fallout 3, go talk to Elder Lions right now, and go ask him, "Where'd you guys come from?" He's gonna say, "We came from California." And then the NCR, it's in their name, New California Republic, and plus Nevada, that's right next to California.
So that guy you were just talking about, whatever, what's his name?
Elder Lions?
Yeah, he's probably gonna be into the California game, the New Vegas 4.
No, no, he was the branch. He was the leader of the um, Brotherhood of Steel branch that was in Fallout 3.
Oh,
So there's going to be a new elder guy in California, I'm sure, or a new super leader. Now I'm excited because I'm assuming both of these entities are going to be battling it out. That's what I'm expecting. Now on top of it all, also based in California, is the Enclave. Now I'm also really excited for those guys. Now you probably don't know who those guys are. In
no.
in, in Fallout New Vegas, you basically have the NCR versus the Legion. In Fallout 3, you have the Brotherhood of Steel versus the Enclave. Now, the Brotherhood of Steel are basically people that were trying to free the wasteland, blah blah blah. But then the Enclave came out of nowhere, and they basically self-labeled themselves the government. So they were basically the government troops. They had superior firepower to the Brotherhood of Steel, superior armor, superior weapons, superior troop numbers, everything. Um, and then you basically destroy them, and then you work for the Brotherhood. There's no way you can change that in Fallout 3.
Cool.
And basically, like, all three of these, I guess, entities are going to be battling it out. Hopefully, assuming the Enclave has a space in there somewhere, and I'm sure they're going to throw in like little parties. Also, like I'm sure there's going to be a little grouping of the Great Khans somewhere in the map, and then a little bit of, I'm sure they'll throw in Legion, and then probably like some like trading outposts and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm expecting a lot of Fallout 4, and hopefully it delivers.
Yeah. So how long have we been talking? Because that feels like 2 minutes.
It's been 19 minutes and 30 seconds.
Wow. Oh
Yeah,
my. Can't believe we talked about so much.
I really like Fallout. I could keep going.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna be making a Fallout gameplay on my channel.
Oh yeah, everybody, yeah. He's gonna be doing a Fallout New Vegas, and I'm gonna be right there with him because I love Fallout.
Really, really excited about doing it right now.
Yeah. Oh, and also there's rumors of an MMO for Fallout coming out,
What's that?
and a massive multiplayer online like World of Warcraft.
That's what they're. This is completely off topic, but I love the God of War um series that
We'll
made
talk. We'll talk about that another day.
yeah. All right, so we'll talk about
And
it.
then they're also coming out with a co-op Fallout. So I'll see you there. Um,
Should get this wrapping up. Talking
yeah,
like
we'll
20.
start wrapping up in a sec here. So I guess I am looking here just to make sure there's nothing I missed. Um, well, also something that should be noted with the Fallout series, the games are huge. What I mean by huge is literally the disk space they take up is huge. Like my Fallout New Vegas on my PlayStation, the PlayStation I have was from when it came out. It still hasn't died on me. It has 80 gigs of like space. The ones you buy now have like 360, but
Yeah,
like I've got to uninstall games sometimes to like make room. But the 80 gig one I have, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas together take up about 40% of my disk space because the games with the DLC are so huge. They're like 10 plus gigabytes.
I bet there's
Man,
actually a lot of going on in there. That's a lot of space because the story modes are they're the game, not the game, but the story like is so long, isn't it?
it's pretty long. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Then
mean,
obviously, yeah, then that
if
would take a lot of
if
room.
anyone's planning on playing Fallout, make sure you have weeks and weeks of time. Because if you start at the beginning of summer, which is right around now, or about a week ago, and then you go till September, you're still going to be playing the game. There's still going to be stuff you haven't done yet. And really, you can't actually beat like the game. You can beat the story. I mean, Fallout New Vegas you can because Bethesda are idiots, but Fallout 3 you can't. You can't really beat the game. There's always more locations to look. There's always gun stashes you can find. There's always supplies. Always people you can kill. There's always stuff like that. So yeah, any final thoughts, Aiden?
Well, I was about to say that maybe they have like little like I know in different games they have little like Easter eggs that you have to find. I'm sure there's that in that kind of game too. Then
Oh yeah,
like
there's quite a few in Fallout. Yeah, I've
yeah.
found quite a few in Fallout 3 and quite a few in New Vegas. There's a
Hmm.
Doctor Who reference in New Vegas. What other thing there was like the Alien DLC for Fallout 3 reference. What other ones are there? I think there's a Mr. New Vegas reference. There's an Elvis reference.
I really want to play the game right now.
Well, maybe we can record a little bit.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, of
Yeah, yeah.
course. Really want to.
So we will see you guys in a little while. This same footage will go on Aiden's channel and my channel. So if you're watching this on Nienra Ninja's channel, if you go to my channel, this will be the exact same video.
I encourage you to go check out his channel. He's got a lot of different kinds of games on his channel. He's got a lot of variety of games.
And I really have like 4 or 5 games anyway. On that bombshell. Wow, we went 23 minutes.
Wow. Well,
Wow.
thanks guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like on my side and Kawachuk's side, and subscribe to us both because we need the subscribers.
By the way, these videos will be coming out once every Thursday.
Yeah.
So
Now,
every like a discussion every Thursday will it'll be games or world news or something. It will never be the same topic though.
yes. All right. So I'm excited for this now. I'm really excited for this series. It's gonna be going on for I don't even know how long. So it's gonna be every week. So if you guys want to see this some more of this, then subscribe to me so then you can be notified when it comes out.
Say bye, Aiden.
Goodbye, guys.
We'll see you later.